Let's listen to Rabri Devi.
सबको मेरा अनुरोध है, प्रार्थना है, सबको मैं धन्यवाद देती हूँ, शुभकामना देती हूँ कि सब कोई अपना अपना वोट डाले।
इस बार बदलाव होगा मैम?
बदलाव होगा, जनता बदलाव करेगी।
Yeah.
Badlav hoga, janta badlav karegi. That's the hope, of course. Remains to be seen. But I just want to bring this youth factor into perspective with some hard data. And I've been sort of talking about these points. Look, between 18 to 29, you've got this youth vote. That's 1 in every 4. There's 25% of the electorate. It's not as if they're agnostic. They come out and they vote. I don't believe that they also sort of rise above their caste. I think they also are very conservative in that sense, and they do elect their caste, but they have these overarching concerns. But the interesting aspect is that their vote was absolutely split down the middle. 37% went to the MGB, 36% went to the NDA. If you go further down into BJP and RJD, 42.6 went for the BJP, RJD had 39%. So it's not as if...
what does that say to you?
So it tells me that...
Vote.
Yes, exactly. So
No,
it's
but what about the
caste-based...
concern of jobs and lack of employment? I mean, does that tell you, does that tell you that even if they don't have those concerns, they trust the BJP to deliver on those concerns more than they trust
look,
their
the
own
numbers
party?
tell
Is that
me
what it says?
the split in the numbers tell me that there's also other factors at play. So there's loyalty, number one. And, there's a very interesting piece today in the Times of India by a political analyst who talks about how the youth actually are even skipping Patna University. And where do they go? They go to Khan Sir and all these tuition centers because they are supposed to be the avenues. But even there is caste. So there are Kushwaha block controlled sort of, tuition centers, and there are other caste-based tuition centers. So even that is... So look, caste is a reality. Fundamentally, I just want to tell you that, look, though Nitish has not done wonders. Remember, 9.4 million of these youth earn less than 6,000 per month, which is a very big number, and that's why a lot of them leave the state. But Nitish years have been politically stable. And the state of Bihar has been growing as number 2 in terms of all states, in terms of state GSDP over the last 10 years.
But that's from a very low base.
It might be so. But still, number 2, showing improvement. All I'm trying to suggest is that people have, as Nistula was just saying, memories, and these are sort of resonant memories that, look, their parents will talk about these things. There's young youth growing up in 2000s. They would have heard things.
All right, Tejashwi Yadav,
Tejashwi is at the polling booth there. It's a big day for him, of course. Go ahead.
Zaka,
Yeah,
I think you asked a very critical question as to why is the youth of Bihar almost committing harakiri when they know that there's no light at the end of the tunnel. So there are 3 things to my mind that are happening, and let Nistula and Pallavi weigh in. Number 1, the alternatives are even murkier. And the alternatives have been mired in corruption, and it is the citadel of everything that is wrong with the Indian political system. Number 2, for whatever you might say, whether it's just marketing, pure play, this whole double engine nonsense is working. Because people say, agar kendra mein sarkar hai aur prant mein sarkar hai, to shayad ye sarkar kuch karegi. We won't be left in the lurch. The third is the problem in Bihar is the divorce between reality and elections. They are not voting on issues. They continue to vote on lines of caste, to my mind. So if there was an issue, let's imagine the issue was unemployment. Why would you not throw Nitish Kumar out after 20 years? When unemployment has been staggeringly high, when jobs have been scarce, when we see no zeal for entrepreneurship. So I'm not saying this is, cast in stone, but I'm just raising a question. If jobs and employment was a trigger, why would you not change the Chief Minister? The only answer is because the options are even worse.
Sure, just 1 second. I think Mr. Bharti was just speaking. Let's try and listen to what she's saying. Can we play that out again? All right, this is just before the Lalu family goes in to cast their vote at that booth where Arunima is. Yeah, you wanted to weigh in on this.
I think that the voter is divorced from his real life and therefore voting on those concerns. It's that we cannot see what his concerns and his everyday life is sitting from here. The point is that there is a generational trauma with regard to so-called Jungle Raj. It is not just with regard to corruption in high places. That really does not affect the person on the ground. This is a fact that if you have a very domineering community given power, you will find that all the SHOs in the local police station is from that community. There is a problem with registering FIRs coming from EBC communities or Dalits. They feel more oppressed. There are other things. The contracts, rent seeking is through one community. So that generational trauma exists, and that is what drives a lot of the voting. So therefore, this Jangal Raj is a potent
issue.
Especially among the Mahila, I heard a lot of them talking about that. And even the young people, because they have been constantly...
EVCs who are actually the...
All right, let's listen in to Tejashwi Yadav. I think he's just going to cast his vote.